Hello everyone, today I want to show the ASUS Transformer book flip. With ASUS, they made a laptop similar to the Yoga. I had to trade my Yoga 2 and I sold it, mostly because I wasn't happy with the keyboard and the Wi-Fi. It was just awful on it. It was probably the worst investment I ever made. So I decided to look and see what other type of two-in-one laptop slash tablets there were out there. They're somewhat similar. They could flip backwards or at least go into a tablet mode or something. So I decided on this one. And the reason being is this one has a 840 GT NVIDIA card. So let's check it out. The front cover looks very nice, very basic actually, but still at the same time it looks very clean. I have opened this already because I got this from eBay. I had to order it special from Canada. I live in the United States, but they didn't have any of these in Best Buy or literally anywhere. You search it up for the U.S. or I'm sure maybe your country or whatever or state probably doesn't have it. So I had to order it from, like I said, Canada, and this was brand new in box from ASUS. So I thought I'd just maybe open it up, kind of show you the contents. It's really interesting. It's got a slants on the side of this box. What you do is you push in this right here. This is the carrying case. You push it in, and it pops open. And because it's on an angle, it sustains itself open, so that's really cool. You have to use this to lift it up out of the box because I can't even get my fingers in there. There will be fingerprints on this because I have used this before. Before I open up that, so check this out. It has an interesting compartment right here where it pops open to the charging cable. The charging cable is really great. I thought this is a fantastic idea. They actually put the brick, the power brick, at the end of it. So that's great because you can actually just plug this into the wall and have all this cable without having to worry about the brick being in the middle of it or having a fat end of it. You know, it's just this smaller end on it, plugs in to the side, plus it doesn't go into the side and then go out this direction. It goes this way, so it goes behind the laptop. And like I said, power brick on the end. That's great. So let's check out the laptop. Got this fabric here. Pull back. Falls right off. All right. As you can see, it's already got fingerprints on it. I know if you watch some of the reviews, they say this thing gets fingerprints really easily, and that definitely shows. But that's okay. It looks nice otherwise, and I won't be like walking out of the house with it or anything. Probably I'll probably just be using it inside my house and at work maybe. So it's got the covering on the inside. Now it has a sticker for the video card and the processor. It has a, like I said, 4th gen i7 and the 840 GeForce. And it's a TP500L. I'm just kind of saying it's got. Now the thing also that I hated about the Yoga was the speakers were underneath it. Now if the speakers are underneath it, and you put it on your lap or you put it on a bed or a couch, you can't hear anything. It's completely muffled. So I thought that was so crappy of an idea for them. But the speakers, I'm not really certain just yet. Like I said, I just opened it and kind of updated it, and that's it. And then I'm actually just home now with it. But it has this rubber feet all the way around. And that could be used for, I would guess, two different things. First of all, when you close this lid, it protects the screen. Also, if you flip it around backwards, the feet, then this becomes the feet because this will be the bottom once you flip it over. So yeah, two different uses there. So the keyboard, they spaced out really nicely. That's really nice feel on these keys. I already had to type in a few passwords and stuff and had to type up a few documents really, but this really does feel way better than the Yoga. The Yoga feels so cheap. And one of the issues with the Yoga was the space bar. If you tapped it over here, that wouldn't count as a actual key press. It would This would be nothing, and this would be nothing. You had to press in the very center. So such a design flaw on their end, but this works over here, perfect, exactly like spacebar should work. The keys are not backlit. That's fine. I took typing in high school and college, so I know where all the keys are. Obviously, I've typed a million things, and plus, my job is IT anyway, so I type fairly often. Um, the mouse pad here, none of this is click up top here. This is all just touch. So as you can see, I already started I'm moving around the mouse. But the top half, like let's cut it off right here. The top half right here is just touch. So it's not click like it would be on the Yoga or it would be on a MacBook. This is just solid touch. This is actually a button here. This is left click. This is right click. So these are actual physical buttons down here. So it's a little strange at first because at first I thought, okay, I'll use it like a MacBook. I'll start clicking in the center here. Well, if I push down on here, that's not a button. It doesn't do anything. So it's interesting. It'll probably be just a little bit to get used to it, but we'll try it out and see how that works. For the ports, I'll just show you kind of. By the way, the screen looks really beautiful. Even though it has glare on it, it's just so clear, really, of the pictures on here and the video and everything like running is just really beautiful. USB 2.0 ports, a Windows button. I don't know if that's really hard to see. That's a Windows button right there. So maybe when you fold into tablet mode, you can actually press on that to go to Windows mode. So I thought that was interesting. Volume up and down, power. The lights, battery, and if the laptop's on or not. Headphone jack, USB 3.0, HDMI, SD card reader. This is actually an LAN port. Believe it or not, it stretches down a little bit so it can fit the whole cable end of it. The yeah, like I said, the very end of it, of the cable that plugs in there is bigger than the actual cable or the prong, so that stretches down so it can actually fit in there. That's interesting. So that way they can make the laptop smaller and yet still keep that jack. So that's cool. And then the power adapter cable, where it'll plug into, and it'll plug in that way, and the cable will go that way. So it doesn't get in the way, so you don't actually accidentally bump it and break it off or something. And then it has the single right here. This is the single bracket instead of the two, like the Yoga has. Yoga has two of them. By the way, this is also a 15-inch screen too, so it is a lot bigger. But let's say, I know a lot. One thing for the Yoga was when you flipped it into any other mode, like a tent mode or whatever, it took forever to read it. Like you'd flip it and then you'd have to wait a little bit. Don't press any keys. Hopefully, it won't start pressing keys and the mouse starts going all over the place because you flipped it and you got to wait a little bit. This one is very fast in detecting it. So I'll just show you going from, and you already heard it. No, it knows that you're switching into something different, and it says key lock. So now if I press on the keyboard or click on the mouse, move around the mouse, it doesn't do anything. So yeah, we can already start touching, and it's a super responsive screen too. Like the only reason why I wasn't responding there was because I was dragging a little bit, but if I just touch, it's super responsive. Much better than a lot of other tablets out there. And it's very fast too. Of course, it's got the i7 processor. But okay, so let's go over to games. I'll start installing some, and I'll run them just a little bit and get them tweaked a little bit to match the performance of the video card and everything. So I have the laptop now set up in, I guess, a tent mode is what Lenovo would call it. It's where I just have it folded over sort of more like a desktop, since it is, all the computer is all in there. So I have my wireless keyboard here and a mouse plugged in, And I also have Heroes of the Storm, Diablo 3, Hearthstone installed. I have Call of Duty Black Ops. I'm primarily just playing video games. I do programming, of course, on them, but every now and then I like to unwind and play a good game. Now I will show some more games in a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up the camera here to hold a little bit more steady, and then we'll try out some games.
Hey, Commander! What you need? I'm on it!
For Azeroth.
Don't let this nuisance anywhere near the cannon! Charging. I can't cast that. I can't cast that. That's still charging. I'll take you out with me!
They need your help with Black...
Weak! Brother! I can't cast that. Didn't anyone ever tell you not to play with fire?
Garrosh versus Jaina!
You asked for it.
Victory or death! I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Job done.
Give that minion a turn to get ready. I can't play. Ready to ride.
Don't mess with Tusk!
The Forsworn have been spotted to the north, near Bruker's Leap Redoubt.
I used to be an adventurer like you, but I took an arrow in the knee.
Watch it!
Don't do that.
Someone do something!
Hostile UAV above.
Get moving!
Be advised, hostile RCXD spotted. Friendly Hellstorm missile inbound. Inbound.
So, do I recommend this laptop? Well, I've had too many problems really with it personally to recommend it. I've had to send it into ASUS 3 times to have it completely fixed. And you know, that type of customer service is just inexcusable. So, personally, there are a lot of other options out there on the market today. So, as far as a gaming machine, it's not even necessary to have a video card really in a flip screen 2-in-1 laptop, because Steam has the ability to stream from your computer over to here. So I mean, if you're using Steam every day, you can just stream your games over to a laptop that doesn't even have a video card in it. Hearthstone doesn't run that great on it. World of Warcraft runs okay, even though it does have a 800 series graphics card, which is, you know, it's not top of the line, but it is somewhat decent. It should be able to run World of Warcraft much higher than that. I do understand they did up the graphics in the newer video game, but by how much? Come on, it couldn't be that much. So I would say look in the market for a different laptop or tablet, and if you do buy one, try to buy it from a Best Buy or Tiger Direct, or somewhere where you can return it if it does give you some issues. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to visit my website, newagesoldier.com, for software I've developed and articles on other computer technologies.